extra time.
Yeah, and then you've obviously got, 3 tests going in quick succession in 3 weeks. How are you sort of looking forward to, playing that many tests in that short space of time, and how are you feeling about, I guess, the sort of fitness challenges and the bowling load challenges that perhaps presents?
Yeah, it's exciting to play 3 test matches in a short space of time. It's something we don't get to do that often. So I'm looking forward to getting back into some test cricket. I think it's we've come off a bit of a break, which has been nice, and been able to get some conditioning into our bodies. The guys that have come from the IPL have obviously been playing some cricket. So guys are refreshed in some sort of way, and we use the next couple of weeks to get ourselves prepared and ready to play 3 test matches. So they are in quick succession, but we've had a chance to prepare physically leading into this with some strength and conditioning stuff, and now it's just about getting our loads to a point over the coming weeks that we can rock into those 3 test matches.
As expected, it's missing a whole bunch of sort of IPL guys and a couple of injured guys. You're on your 4th tour of England. Do you think this presents, possibly a very good chance, to get, I guess, an elusive series win over them?
Well, I think England are very tough in their own conditions. They obviously perform pretty well in these conditions. It's going to be a tough tour. They've got a few new guys who are probably going to be very, very excited the opportunity to play for England and try and, I guess, stamp their mark on international cricket. They've got a massive summer with India coming later in the year, so there'll be guys trying to force their way into the test side. As you mentioned, there's a few guys that have been rested, so I'm sure it'll be as it always is when New Zealand plays England. It's usually a pretty exciting, pretty close test series, and I imagine this one will be no different. We tasted the guys that were on the last tour. We had a win at Headingley, so it'll be nice to, I guess, win the series. That's the goal, but it's going to be a tough, against a tough, solid opposition in their own conditions.
Tim, just going on from what Andrew was saying about the 3 tests in succession, how's the mindset for the team? Do you approach it as separate to test series, or is it sort of one test series, game after the other?
I think you look at it as you got your 2-match series against England, and you prepare for that. Obviously, you've got 2 matches against the same opposition, and then I guess your focus then shifts to the final after that, which is obviously against another opposition. So it's I guess you look at it and sort of break it down into 2. You've obviously got a different opposition for the first 2, and then you've got India in the final. So it's exciting to have 3 test matches. I think the guys obviously love their test cricket and the opportunity to play 3 test matches, and to have these 2 against England before the finals, I think great preparation.
How important is it that you are at the venue for the final Ageas Bowl in terms of establishing your understanding of that venue at the moment? Is that significant?
Yeah, it's nice to be here. The guys can familiarise themselves. I'd imagine we'll probably be in the same rooms when you come back, and it's nice to for guys that haven't been here to be able to come here and experience it, just familiarise themselves. And I guess when you come back for the final, you're a little bit more comfortable having spent some time here and use the facilities, and hopefully we can get out and make the most of that inter-squad game out in the middle.
I mean, how do you think you're going to operate with that?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, it's about familiarising ourselves with it. We had a couple of training camps in New Zealand. We were able to use the Duke, but now it's just sort of, I guess, transitioning that to these conditions. It's just for guys that haven't used it, it's about them getting themselves used to it. For the guys that have used it, it's just about familiarising themselves with the Duke ball again.
Are the test matches against England effectively a warm-up for India, Tim, do you think? Is that the priority, beating India really on this tour?
No, I think any time you get a chance to play a test match for New Zealand, it's an amazing opportunity and something that's you treasure. So I don't think that you would treat them as warm-ups. It's a 2-match test series against England, and that's our focus is first and foremost is that's 2-match series against England. But for us, I think it is great to have those matches with a lead-in with a final. that flows on afterwards. So for us, it's great preparation for that final. But in saying that, it's for us, it's a 2-match series that we're really looking forward to, and against the quality English opposition in their conditions.
For some of the guys, I guess it's the first time back in the UK since losing the World Cup final a couple of years ago. I mean, how do you view that match now, looking back? I mean, is that still kind of great with the guys, or do you just look upon it as just a great cricket match?
Yeah, it's tough with the emotion of being caught up in it. I guess if from the outside you look at it as an amazing game of cricket, and did absolute wonders for the one-day game from a spectacle point of view. But from the players that were involved with it, it'll be one of those ones that you relive over and over for the rest of your lives. And yeah, I guess when we turn up at Lord's, there'll be a few guys that will sort of just have mixed emotions about going back there. But yeah, there's not much we can do about it now. It's sort of our focus is on the Test match series. But yeah, it's one of those games that you'll relive for forever, I'd imagine.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.